All right, Regis Reeves, this mic is all yours.
All is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, 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 I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, 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 I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe. And all is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well.
You're listening to ACIM Gather Radio for students and teachers of A Course in Miracles. Join us at acimgather.us.
Making your way in the
wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
It's okay to have just a little, and it's swell to have a lot. On the bottom or in the middle, in a rowboat or a yacht. Love is what we long for, to be acknowledged and to be seen. In the end, does it really matter if you're a prince, a pauper, or a queen? The more you give, the more you live, your happiness is relative. And if you're feeling like crap, it's time to face the fact it's your prerogative to be positive. If we become what we believe, then as we think, we shall receive. So let go of the past, pull your head from your ass. It's your prerogative to be positive.
All right, and good morning. All right, and good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you all for hanging out in the ACIM Gather YouTube, the ACIM Gather chat room in Pal Talk, and occasionally those who pop into Zoom. Pure and Simple is out here with us from New York, and Carrie from the West Coast, and Glorian, and anyone else who may be listening by ACM Gather Radio, Dove, Lynn, and a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? And so we got a lot to cover. Hope the sound is up and okay. Lindy, there we go. She dropped into Zoom with me. And perfect timing, because no one was in Zoom with me this morning. But now there he is. I'm never alone. He promised never to leave us alone. And it's true. And I typed in Nigel's name in the chat room in Pal Talk because I was lying in bed or here in the house yesterday, I believe, and I thought, I haven't been seeing Nigel, and I haven't heard anybody mention Nigel. And Glorian is saying no sound, so I'm not sure, Glorian. I have to investigate.
Yeah, it's just my internet went down for a minute.
Okay, so everything is coming through Lynn. So if you don't want interruptions, you have to come into the Zoom. If you don't want interruptions, you have to come into the Zoom room because we broadcast through Lynn on Pal Talk. And if she goes down, you go down. But the recording didn't go down. The Zoom didn't go down. The YouTube didn't go down. So anyway, we have a lot to cover. Thank you, Lindy, for joining us in Zoom. And I have a lot that I want to cover this morning. So an email, if you're on Nita Bowen email list where she sent out her group emails. You may have gotten this last one where she had a little picture from that stated, "You cannot heal what you hide. You cannot heal what you ignore. You cannot heal what you cover. You cannot heal what you avoid." And I'm still here adjusting my sound because my sound didn't come back on one of my pal talks once Lynn dropped and came back. So anyway, it's working. It may come back later. I'm going to be looking at chapter 12 in the text, the way to remember God. And in that chapter, paragraph 4 says to us, "Little child, you are hiding your head under the cover of the heavy blankets you have laid upon yourself. You are hiding your nightmares in the darkness of your own false certainty and refusing to open your eyes and look at them." We're not always the victims that we make ourselves out to be. And the Holy Spirit speaking to us is saying, and refusing. I'm playing a part in this drama, in this head game, in this not allowing myself to be healed, not bringing myself to the light. It says, and refusing to open your eyes and look at them. Course in Miracles people also will make that sound like judgment. If anyone else said it, they'll make it out to be, oh, you're judging. You can't say that they're refusing to look. You're being harsh. You can't say I'm refusing to look. You can't say to me that I don't want to look at my stuff. I could really go on a little tirade about that, but I'm not. We keep painting this picture about Jesus and love that it never confronts us, that it really never holds us accountable, that it's always just the loving Jesus. Jesus said a lot of harsh things to people when they were screwed in tight to their ego thought system, and they were trying to present him their case that was just steeped in fear, which is ego. Sometimes, and many times, and it's funny to me how we just forget that part of the New Testament, where Jesus just got right back in people's face and called out their mess. And we yet still try to make empathy, even what some of us call true empathy, we still try to make it this watered down version of relating to people and commiserating with people and letting people just run out their fear-based egoic trauma in front of us. And here, as the Holy Spirit speaks to the Course, it says, and refusing. Listen, this is what you're doing, and you're refusing to open your eyes. It's not that you can't see it. I can't see it. I just can't see it. You are refusing to open your eyes and look at them. And so it's very interesting, those words, which I just caught that latter part of that sentence just now that spoke out to me. I do want to say before I get started that this is my last time to be in this format speaking. This Tuesday, this moment, after today, I won't be coming back to share in ACIM Gather. This is time for me to move on, and I'm well with that. And I definitely have enjoyed and grown and been blessed hanging out with this mighty group of mighty companions. So just to get that out of the way so that Lynn will know to take me out of the schedule and do all the housekeeping that's around that. So let's get back to, in this next 45 minutes, the way to remember God. Chapter 12, section 2 of A Course in Miracles text. Miracles are merely the translation of denial into truth. Wow, that's simply what miracles are. So it is a denial. It's a translation of denial into truth. How dare us tell anybody they're in denial? We're insulted. You're being mean. And that's simply what a miracle is. Now, maybe you have some triggers around the word denial and don't understand what it means, and you may take offense to it. But here again, as the Holy Spirit said at the end of paragraph 4, and refuse your eyes to look at them, now it's starting out the section. Miracles are merely the translation of denial into truth. Now, someone may say, oh, you're in denial. Well, you can't say that to me. And you're judging me. You can't tell me I'm in denial. And you shouldn't tell anybody they're in denial. Well, the Holy Spirit just did. And the Holy Spirit is in me. We are one. Miracles are merely the translation of denial into truth. Just because you don't want to see the denial doesn't mean that the person who's calling out your denial is lying or being mean or being unloving towards you. It says, little child, you are hiding your head under the cover of heavy blankets. Now, when you're a little frightened granddaughter or grandson, or when you were raising kids, if you're a little frightened child, something frightened them, they thought something was in the house. Maybe something was, but you took care of it. And they ran and they got under the covers and they wouldn't come out. Is it not loving for you to sit there or stand there over their bed and tell them you can come out? It's safe. You don't have to hide anymore. No, I saw it. It's still in the room. I know it's still there. No, we took care of it. Can you peep your head out just a little bit? Let me show you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Can you just pull the covers down and look? See, it's all gone. But see, what we do in our spiritual communities, the minute somebody well up with some tears or voice start get quivery and shaky, in their fear, in their illusion, we want to back off and we want to just cuddle them, and we don't want, well, everybody's on their own curriculum and everybody is blah, 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 blah. So, just let them be. So we're not, just stay in the fear, stay in the illusion until you're ready. Is that what we do with our grandchild? Is that what we do with our grandchild? Is that what we do with our small, tender 2-year-old, 3-year-old child? We don't try to show them the reality that they're safe. We don't attempt to dispel their illusion, their false evidence appearing real, that there is danger, that you're not safe. And you cannot heal what you hide. You cannot heal what you ignore. You cannot heal what you cover. You cannot heal what you avoid. And for Regis Reeves, that's true. It don't have to be true for you. But for me, it's true. So miracles are merely the translation of denial into truth. If to love oneself is to heal oneself, those who are sick do not love themselves. Therefore, they are asking for the love that would heal them, but which they are denying to themselves. If they knew the truth about themselves, they could not be sick. The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. Say it back, say it slow. The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. And one may say, who is the miracle worker? Whom is the miracle worker? The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. Yet, having obscured it, the light in another mind must shine into their minds the light. That light is theirs. Oh, I'm just supposed to agree with your illusion. I'm just supposed to let your denial of truth be. Just make sure you don't cry, and make sure you feel that I understand. By on some level agreeing with your denial. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. Yet having obscured it, so it is in you. Like my wife and I, we had this discussion just a couple of days ago. It's like, so you're going to tell me that God has favorites, that the truth that's in me and that's available to me is not available to you. Either that's what you're saying, and we still got people on pedestals. We still hide our denial of truth. by saying that, oh, well, this person is on another level. They ain't on your level. They're on another level. And so you can't expect them to have the availability of truth within them. Now, the sick must heal themselves, for truth is in them. It is in them. You have to get that clear. It is in me, whether I can hear it, whether I can access it, whether or not it's clouded. The Course says I'm not here to explain love, to teach love. I'm here to help you remove the blocks to love. If all of your story, and I've said for years, let go of the story and allow the glory. And if all of your story and your issue and what they did to you and what they didn't do to you and what was done to you and your somebody done me wrong song is so present and prevalent, and that's all you want to talk about and think about, and how you didn't get the advantages that other people didn't get. You were born on the wrong side of the tracks. You didn't have access to this teaching 3 years ago, 13 years ago. You have access to it now. But you still want to tell your story about when you didn't have access to it. The man at the pool of Bethesda, Jesus said, would you like to be healed? No, let me tell you my story at how many years I've been coming here. And every time it was time to get in the pool to be healed, no one helped me and everybody passed over me. And Jesus, would you like to be made whole? So you're blocking the blessing. You have access. Jesus is here. Jesus is on the field. Love is here. Light is here. Peace is here. Oneness is here. Acceptance is here. Forgiveness is here. And you still want to babble out your story. And we want to say everybody have something to say. Everybody has a voice. The Bible, I told my wife, says, it don't say he that has a voice. It says he that have ears, let him hear. We so wear it, and everybody's so insistent on having something to say. What's being said? I need a word from the Lord. I need somebody to say something. Yeah, everybody got something to say. Who are you listening to? Make sure you listening to somebody that knows how to hear. Because everybody got something to say. Hands go up. Well, let me say something. I want to say something. Well, let me say something. I want to say something. Let me tell you about mine. Oh, I have cancer. Oh, well, let me tell you about, I had cancer too. I had it in my toenail. Oh, and then another hand goes up. Oh, well, let me tell you about, I had cancer in my butt. Oh, yeah, and let another hand go up. And yeah, let me tell you about, I had cancer under my arm, in my underarm hair. And this is the kind of treatment I got, and this is what I did. Everybody got something to say. But he that has ears, let him hear. And I'll wait. I'll sit in these rooms. I'll sit in these gatherings, and I have something to say when I say something, because I listen. I take time to hear. I don't just hear the story that's just being said on the microphone. Welcome, Lori. Love you. So glad to see you. And that's in the Zoom room. If you're in the YouTube, or if you're in Pal Talk, you don't see Lori. So we're being broadcast in 3 different mediums, and I love it. But yeah, we just want to talk. We want to say something. And we want to turn our focus to hearing something. Let me hear. He that have ears, let him hear. And when Jesus spoke, he didn't always speak directly to what was being said. He didn't always speak to the story that was being told. And I know we know this. I don't have to go back and find one incident. We know if we read the Bible a little bit, and if you haven't, don't worry about it. But those who have read the Bible and know the many stories of Jesus, we know that he didn't always speak to the story that was being presented to him. And even though we'll sit and talk about what true compassion is, according to A Course in Miracles, as soon as somebody get one tear in their eye, we go right back to commiserating and offering the world's and the ego thought system's idea of compassion. The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. That is the task. That is the goal. That is the mission. No other mission. My mission is not to stop you from crying. I was in Lori, you may have known something about this. I was in a group therapy session, and this therapist, you sit in a circle, there's a coffee table, and on the coffee table is a Kleenex box. And someone would be telling their story, and they would break down and crying, and they'll start sobbing, and almost automatic, somebody in that circle is going to reach out and grab the Kleenex box and try to hand it to the person that's crying. Welcome, Sharon. And the therapist was always stop them. No. And that was a rule. Do not, if you've been a part of that group, you knew not to do that. If you were new in the group, you would be the one to probably reach out and grab the Kleenex and try to hand it to the person that's sobbing and and cuddle them. And so, and Laura says it's common that the therapist not offer Kleenex. They see the Kleenex box. They see it. If they want a Kleenex, they can reach out there and get it. But see, they're so wrapped up in their story, and they're so used to people coddling them. And people, we help them. We help them go deeper into the lie, deeper into the fear, deeper into the trauma. So no, if they want a Kleenex, they can reach out there on that table and get that Kleenex while they're sobbing, while they're telling their story. And then one of the other points about that is what the therapists always point out is that you're only passing them the Kleenex because you're uncomfortable. See, somebody starts crying and telling their story, and then we'll get uncomfortable. So all we're trying to do now is stop them from crying so we can feel better. That's not empathy. That's not helping. And it's really not even love. It's selfish. Because your story and your emotions, which I'm not used to either, because we're not tapped into our emotions, and we don't realize all emotions are safe. There's no good or bad emotions. So as soon as somebody's crying and they start sobbing, we got to stop that because we're so uncomfortable. We start shaking inside and we're nervous. If I'm lying, stop me. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm not telling the truth. Because we're uncomfortable. And so we're not literally in Zoom. We can't pass Kleenex. But we can pop up our hand and we can start commiserating. Because we're uncomfortable. We're not offering true empathy. We're not offering love. We're soothing ourselves. When I pass that Kleenex, I'm really just trying to soothe myself because I wasn't expecting this onslaught of emotion. And it came out of nowhere and it shocked the shit out of me, and I need to stop it. I just thought I was in a group. We was just talking, and all of a sudden this person breaks down, and I gotta stop it. And if I can, in the tears, I'm seeing the tears. I gotta stop this shit. It's making me very uncomfortable. And sometimes the person that's crying, they're okay with their tears. It's in somebody taught glory and type, it's all projection. Yeah, because the person that's crying could be very well okay. It's just cleansing, it's just letting it out, and they are actually okay. And they're not afraid to cry. I'm a man that's not afraid to cry. My wife see me cry. And I don't need a hug. But I'm not when that emotion of tears come up, I don't try to push it down. I don't sit there and try to push it down. I just let it flow. And by the way, my wife don't get up and get me a Kleenex. I just thought about that. She sure don't. How mean of her. She just sit and watch me cry. I just thought about that. She sure don't move her butt. You know, I just got to stop. I just really noticed that. Because I will cry on you. Shoot. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that's my time to move on. All right. Therefore, let's go back. The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. Yet having obscured it, the light in another mind. So, okay, so since I'm wrapped up in my story and I'm denying all the glory, I'm wrapped up in my story and I'm denying all the glory. What is glory? Peace, love, joy, happiness, success, prosperity, and money. Because sometimes our issue is money. And then our issue is money. Oh, we won't talk about money, especially in Course of Miracle groups. We won't talk about money. If somebody says something about money and prosperity, immediately there's a barrage of messages coming up in the chat about it's not real, and I trust my future in the hands of God, and all this stuff. If anybody try to act like they want some money and they want to secure some money, I trust my future in the hands of God. It's not real. It's part of the blah, 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 blah. Until we run out. And then we can talk about money in the Course in Miracle group. When they about to foreclose the house, well, you know what? Since it's not real, let them, don't even ask for help. Don't even let anybody know. Let them take the not real house and sit your not real furniture out on the street, and you sit your not real behind out there on it. But you try to talk about prosperity and good health in a positive light, and everybody start chatting and talking about the body's not real until the body is threatened to leave. And there's something wrong with that. There is something misunderstood and out of balance with that in Course in Miracles communities. That I can't come in here and just talk about good health and prosperity and living well and living long and living strong without somebody saying something about none of this is real anyway and it don't matter. You cannot heal what you hide. You cannot heal what you ignore. You cannot heal what you cover. You cannot heal what you avoid. The sick must heal themselves. And I know this is about the fourth time I've read this part. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. Yet having obscured it, the light in another mind, the light in another mind, the light in another mind, because you're so stuck in your story that you're denying the glory. So the light in another mind must shine into theirs, because that light is theirs. Everybody loves Regis. And then you realize everybody loves me too. I live in a loving universe too. The world is a safe place. Things always work out for Regis, easy peasy, nice and easy. You know what? That's for me too. The light in another mind must shine into theirs, because that light is theirs. So when I say everybody loves Regis, I'm not saying it's exclusive, but you have to say it for you. You have to recognize that it's for you. And just by me demonstrating it, you will. But by me trying to commiserate with you, and yeah, let me tell you about the time I had to file Chapter 13. Yeah, I had to file Chapter 13 back in 1954. I had back in 1997, I filed Chapter 13, and my lawyer told me this, that, and the other. Here we go down the rabbit hole. Oh, yet having obscured it, that means the person that's in denial of truth, although truth is in them. The light in another mind must shine into theirs, because that light is theirs. They have the same light. Paragraph 2. The light in them shines as brightly regardless of the density of the fog that obscures it. So your story do not dissipate the glory that's there. We're removing the blocks to love. Love is still right there, radiant, powerful in all of its glory. The light in them shines as brightly regardless of the density of fog that obscures it. So you say, I can't hear God. I can't hear it. So that means it's not there. No, see, that's where you got to stop. Because you can't hear it, because you can't access it, doesn't mean it's not there. I'm out of town. I give you the keys to my house, because you're going to get to my house while I'm out of town. And I say, you can use my house. And you're at the door, and for whatever reason, you say the key is not working, I can't get into the house, I can't access the house, and you calling me from the cell phone and telling me I'm at the house and the key is not working and I can't get in, and but the house is there. That doesn't, just cause you can't get in it doesn't mean the house is not there, right? So I have to walk you through which key and how to use the key and what to do, and then now you're in the house. The light in them shines brightly regardless of the density of the fog that obscures it. So sometimes we go right into, oh, well, I'm not sensing God, and I'm not sensing love. I don't feel love, I don't see love, I don't hear love. So love must not be here. Prosperity and health and wholeness must not be here. It certainly couldn't be me. Because I'm a good person and I treat people right, and I'm a good person and I try to do right, and I don't mean to hurt nobody. So it couldn't possibly be me. So love's presence must not be here. God, the direction, I will not leave you comfortless. I will not leave you nor forsake you. The God that goes with you everywhere you go must not be here. Because this car accident and this cancer diagnosis and this root canal and this sinus congestion and my kid that's on drugs is obscuring me from the recognition of love's presence, and it can't be me. So God is not here. God is not here. God is not on the scene. I have been left out here on this planet alone. And Dove was talking in the last session, that was a recording, about you never left. Dorothy, wake up. You never left home. You're still here. We're still safe. And just because I think I left, and just because these form-based experiences, be in the world but not of the world. Be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And every day, in every way, the world is saying, conform to me, conform to me, conform to me. But don't be conformed. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So every day, just like I brush my teeth, I have to renew my mind. It doesn't, you don't get it renewed once and for all and don't ever have to renew it again. And why can't we be okay with that? We're okay with brushing our teeth every day. Those that want healthy teeth. Now those that don't care because teeth ain't real, they may have another situation going on. So the light in them shines as brightly regardless of the density of the fog that obscures it, the density of the fog, the thickness. So no matter how big my story, no matter how many problems are piled up on top of each other and in front of each other, the light in them shines brightly regardless of the density of the fog that obscures it. If you give no power to the fog to obscure the light, it has none. If you give no power to the fog to obscure the light, it has none, for it has power only if the Son of God gives power to it. He must himself withdraw the power, remembering that all power is of God. You can remember this for all the sonship. You can remember this for all the sonship. Do not allow your brother not to remember, for his forgetfulness is yours. What? Do not allow your brother not to remember? Oh no, I got to commiserate. I got to let you know, if you were in a car accident, I was in one too. And yeah, we have residual effects from that, and we have triggers. Oh, do not allow your brother not to remember, for his forgetfulness is yours. And yes, when we do that, we have forgotten. Oh, now I am a body. And now I am a victim of the world I see. Because, see, it happened to me too. Yeah, we're all victims out here, and it's not safe. And this world can be crazy and scary. You're right. Because it happened to me. And that's what we demonstrate as empathy and love. And I'm reading something that says, do not allow your brother not to remember the light and the love that he is, that she is. Don't allow it. I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to sit here and allow this. Oh, no, I'm not going to listen to this. I'm not going to let you hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer out your somebody done me wrong song. That serves no noble, healthy, godly purpose. Do not, and why? Because I'm saving myself. I'm saving myself. I'm not going to undermine myself because I don't want to see you cry. Do not allow your brother not to remember, for his forgetfulness is yours. And when we do that, and when I do that, and if I do that, then I'm denying now the truth of who I am. And I'm on a slow go to forgetting the reality of who I am. And then when I get around the corner and then I feel, as we may say, triggered or frightened or whatever, and I'm wondering, how did that happen? How did I get to this state? Well, maybe that could be one of the reasons. Do not allow your brother not to remember, for his forgetfulness is yours. We are in this thing together. And Glorian typed, teach no one that he is a body. No, Glorian, we gotta relate though, right? we don't want them to feel that we don't relate to what they're saying, Glorian. Glorian talking about teach no one that he is a body. Oh, what say you? But your remembering is his, and vice versa. His forgetfulness is mine, and my remembering is his. So which one we want to do? We can't do both. We can forget or we can remember. What say you? What say you, mighty companions? Do we want to forget the truth of who we are, or do we want to remember the truth of who we are? What say you? But your remembering is his, for God cannot be remembered alone. So it's imperative that you remember too. So yeah, Regis gonna get a little bit in your face. Because we have to remember together. It can't be, I don't care, well, just let them go on. But I know I'm gonna get mine. No, if you don't get yours, I don't get mine. That's what's wrong with our nation. We actually think we can oppress one people and oppress groups of people and be successful. And all one part is trying to say we're in this together. But we got another half of the nation that thinks, oh, we're not in it together. And we can be successful and have a great, strong nation with half of the nation oppressed. If half of the nation is sick with contagious disease, what you think gonna happen to the other healthy half? If half of the nation is sick with contagious disease and they can't get medical care to get the contagious disease healed, what you think gonna happen to the other half? You're at the same football game, you're in the same grocery store, you're in the same mall, in the same workplace with the contagious people. What you think gonna happen to you? And our time is up. And I'm going to jump down to paragraph 4. Remember what was said about the frightening perceptions of little children, which terrify them because they do not understand them. If they ask for enlightenment and accept it, their fears will vanish. But if they hide their nightmares, they will keep them. It is easy to help an uncertain child, for he recognizes that he does not understand what his perceptions mean. Yet you, grown folks, yet you, adults, mighty companions, yet you believe that you do not understand yours. Little child, yes, I'm calling you a little child. You 40-year-old, you 60-year-old, you 80-year-old. Little child, you are hiding your head under the cover of the heavy blankets you have laid upon yourself. You are hiding your nightmares in the darkness of your own false certainty and refusing to open your eyes and look at them. Let us, paragraph 5, let us not save nightmares. Let us not save nightmares. Let go of the story and allow the glory. Is all throughout the Bible, is all throughout A Course in Miracles. Let go of the story and allow the glory. Let us not save nightmares, for they are not fitting offerings for Christ. And so they are not fit gifts for you. Take off the covers and look at what you are afraid of. Look at it.
It's okay to have just a little, and it's swell to have a lot. On the bottom or in the middle, in a rowboat or a yacht. Love is what we long for, to be acknowledged and to be seen. In the end, does it really matter if you're a prince, a pauper, or a queen? The more you give, the more you give, the more you live, the more you live. Your happiness is relative, and if you're feeling like crap, it's time to face the fact. It's your prerogative to be positive.
You're listening to ACIM Gather Radio for students and teachers of A Course in Miracles. Join us at acimgather.us.